doing a magic circle, magical unicorn workout with or without a unicorn horn. I do this pretty much every year for New Year's, and actually, honestly, I do unicorn workouts here really often, but I feel like I haven't done one in a few months. I'm filming this January 2021, and I want to wish you, whether it's that day or January or not for you, a very, very unicorn-filled year or day or month. And I just do this to bring a smile to your face. I have different variants of rainbow fishnet outfits at this point. This one I think I got for about $5 off of Shine, and I got these fishnets at the dollar store. So the pandemic has made me quite the thrifty shopper. If you will need a magic circle today, I know sometimes people, if you don't have a magic circle, you can do it with many of the moves with a block or a ball. Some of the moves you'll be able to do with a band, like one of those loop bands, if you don't have a circle, although it is ideal if you have some form of ring. Let's get to it. Nothing too complicated today. It's a brand new year opportunity to maybe relearn some moves that we haven't done in a while. It will be somewhat intense. I'm hoping to be about 20 minutes, about an intermediate level, but definitely not advanced today. I'm going to start with the circle between my thighs. Find the right spot for it. It's a little bit below the knees. Personally, I don't like mine right on my kneecap. I feel right if it's right on the bone of my, the patella or the actual knee bone. I want it somewhere on the fleshy part of my thighs. So play around. If you're very petite, you might feel like you need to open your feet out really wide, especially if you're very petite. Reach the arms down long so your neck gets nice and long. Find your neutral spine position so there'll be a little bit of space there. Squeeze your belly muscles in tight like you're squeezing into a pair of jeans. Take a nice deep breath in. We're just going to start with some circle squeezes. So squeeze in and then release. Try to keep your feet parallel. My toes a little bit turned out. If you need to adjust the circle like I did, adjust the circle. I want it to be even. And then also pay attention to your legs, right? You want to make sure both the right and the left side. And I don't like saying right and left because I know that's a little bit confusing if you're on camera, if you're facing me or not. Right, so both legs at the same time, at the same tempo. That's really the hard part. Then you can kind of peek your head up every few reps or so. And I'm bringing them together and I'm kind of holding them there, right? You can hold your breath in. Exhale, I like to release. Inhale, squeeze. Wake up those inner thighs. And you see how I'm maintaining that neutral spine, so I'm not rocking my pelvis. If I was in a class teaching, I'd probably see a lot of people kind of tilting their tailbone up here. And as they release, they kind of arch back. So I've noticed I'm not kind of keeping my head pulled in tight. So there's no movement. And right, you can take your arms up. That'll make this a little harder. Do just a few more. Really starting to feel it. Also, the more you squeeze the circle down a little bit more and warmed up, the more you turn it into a mobile, the more intense that's going to be. And squeeze. Release. Squeeze. Release. And then hold that last one with 2 little pulses. Try to do that even squeeze, 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 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Right from there, go ahead and grab your circle. And I'm going to go right from here and I'm going to break the circle into like the ledge of my circle. It depends on the type of circle you have. And both hands to one. And then I'm going to bring that nice soft part to the back of my unicorn head. And I like my elbows kind of wide, and then I really want to pull my shoulders down. So you see my neck is stretching, and it's got like it's really comfortable. So this actually feels like a neck stretch. And then you see how I started to tilt up there. I'm going to come back to my neutral spine today, and I'm actually going to separate my feet. And then crunch, crunch, crunch. Up. So I want to keep my torso really long. And actually this dress is kind of cool, right? Because visually when I look at it, it's gonna give me, like, you can't miss those stripes. So I can really see. So that might be good if you're lacking body awareness. Having a really bright striped outfit like this might be something that we could look into, because I can really see, like, if I see the stripes are, starting to bulge or turn them to one side. And then the same thing with my arms. I was able to see, like, I was starting to go here, I started here, and then I started to kind of cave in towards my knees as opposed to out wide. And now from here, I'm going to start to lift one leg lower. And I want to stay with that neutral spine. And I'm not necessarily twisting out. The other thing the circle does, and I'm actually going to switch the hands so I'm not facing one side. My hand is on top. Your hands face. You can also hold here. That just feels so weird to me. Really trying to keep the torso long. And also even, so both sides of my hips down the mat. Let's go a little faster. Let's go. 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep breathing. Stay nice and long. Elbows are wide. Now we're gonna hold that lost one up. Hold it there. Stretch the leg out. Little pulses. You can always keep that knee bent. Up. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Trying to keep that torso long. Other side. Take it up and pulse. 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 Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that leg down. Let's go ahead and just stretch the legs out for a second. You keep the knees a little bent if you need to. I'm going to try to drag this up and just give myself a little bit of a stretch here. And I'm going to take the circle now, and I'm going to step inside the circle, and I'm going to bring it up to above my knees, right? So it's going to be a few inches above my knees. Get my unicorn dress over my shoulders. And I'm gonna come all the way back to the mat. I'm gonna slide my heels in, and I'm gonna open my feet, right? So whereas before, to kind of squeeze the circle, I think that we had to have the feet together. Now, especially if you're petite, if you're 5'4" or under, I'm actually 5'5", so I think it's 5'6", I don't measure. So probably, like, if you're 5'4", 5'3", anything under that, you're gonna really feel like you need to kind of move out a little bit, move your feet out wide. You can play around with where it is, but you're gonna want to be able to tense the circle, so you're gonna want to really be able to exert force on the circle. So if you're in a little bit too much, you see how this is built tendon on the circle, so you want to figure it out. And if you have to change it during the movement, just change it. So we're gonna go up into that roar. So you're gonna lift your hips up. Hold, and we're going to come down. Make sure that your weight is connected down with your shoulder, right? So you see how I'm doing this, and how my neck is up, because there's no weight on my neck. The weight's all on my shoulders. And I'm really rolling up and down through my spine. I'm going to come through neutral and tuck up. Left, right? You can push your palms down, push your triceps down. Roll down nice and easy, even. Breathing in, holding the circle out, holding the feet out, pressing down into all 10 toes. Inhaling up, holding it up there, pressing against the circle, coming down. A few more like that. Staying even on both feet, staying even on both shoulders up there. Rolling down. Then lifting. Let's pulse up, up, up. Keep those big toes down. You can stay parallel. Last 4, 3, 2. Now hold, open, open, open the knees. Stay parallel, open, open. Let's go 8. Keep breathing. Try to keep the hips at one height. All the toes pressing down. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Now, right from there, we're going to slide the circle down to our ankles. And we're gonna come onto our side. I need to play around with that. And yeah, no, I did that right. So you're gonna have the circle, yeah, I did that right. Around your feet now. And we're gonna come onto our side. And we're gonna lengthen our whole body out. Now, you can totally do it here. So from your horn to your heels and your toes, you can be in a straight line. But I really like having my legs at an angle, and I recommend you do it that way. It's gonna be a little harder this way, but I find it almost impossible to balance. So I like to come to this little angle here, and what that does, it just helps me kind of find a nicer balance on my hips. You might need some padding underneath you, so just grab a towel or even just a t-shirt, or you have a mat or an extra mat, something like that. Now start to press. You're gonna keep the top leg, you're gonna keep the bottom leg weighted down. You're gonna press the top leg up, right? Up, sharp, nice sharp movement. Now turn the top leg out, right? Press it up, 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 up. Right? Now keep thinking about lengthening the leg out and stay really even and still from the top of your hip to the top of your horn. Up, up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to turn the heel in, or turn the toes in, and the heel up. Same thing, up, up. Burn a little in a different way, up, 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 right? Try to stay really still, hold the abs in, bring this arm behind the other ear to make it a little bit harder. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, from there, take that leg and stabilize it to the top of the circle. I'm going to bring this hand here. Of course, you could leave it there. That'll make things a little bit more challenging. I'm going to point the bottom foot, and I'm going to bring it to the circle, down. Circle, hold it, and down. I'm going to stay as still as I can and really try to avoid rocking my hips. I was rocking on those first few. Right? Tap, left, tap, left. Now hold it up. I'm going to do a few pulses. Up, 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 up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now flex the foot, stay parallel. Take it up, 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 up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to stay parallel and circle. Circle. Try to trace the inside of that circle. Try to keep the circle still. 4 more, then we'll reverse it. Abs are tight. Keep reaching. Try to keep the foot flexing. 2. Now other direction for 8. Keep the leg long. Keep the toes flexing. Keep everything as still as you can. Shoulder off the ear. 3, 2, 1. Now right from there, I'm going to slide my feet up. I'm going to sit on up, and I'm just going to actually, let's take the top leg up to the top, and let's give it a big stretch. So you can bend the knee. It feels really nice. Keep the leg straight if you can, but it feels really nice. Just have a little bend in that knee. Feel a nice stretch in my back, a nice stretch in the back. From here, I'm going to slide over to the other side. And slide my ankles in. Side the circle. And I'm going to find a nice long body with the feet slightly at an angle. Shoulders are over shoulder, hip is over hip. Top arm is supporting. And I'm going to raise the top foot up against the circle, keeping the bottom foot really stabilizing the circle. Release. Raise, release. Raise, release, raise, release, raise, release, raise, release. Now turn it out, press it up, 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 up. Now hold and pulse it up, 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 up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pause for a second, turn the heel up and turn the toes in. Really try to make sure that's coming from the hip. Keep the leg nice and long, press it up, 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 up. Now pulse it up, 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 up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Wowza. Take that top leg up. Try to keep it parallel. Use it to stabilize the circle. Press down gently on it. Lift your bottom leg, lower. Try to tap it to the circle. I'm going to bring my hands to your knees for some of them anyway. Now try flexing the foot. You really feel that through the inner thigh. Right, I start to lean back a little bit, so I'm going to come back to that stack position. I was kind of going there. A few more here. And then I'm going to bring the hand down to pulse up. Up, 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 up. 4, 3, 2. Now circles. We'll do 8 in each direction. Nice deep breaths. Make them as big as you can. 3 to go in this direction. Then we'll change. And now other direction. Out around. Out around. Out around. Out around. Out around. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right from here, I'm going to take that foot down. I'm going to keep the legs sort of stacked in this position and come on up. Give myself a big deep stretch here. Next up, I'm going to bring the circle in between my ankles. And just take the legs up to the ceiling and try to have a leg straight. You can always do these with bent legs. I'm going to squeeze and release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. So that's going to be the easiest way to do this. Now lower down. And then squeeze on the way up. Release the tension on the circle as you lower, and then release. I'm going to go into a flat back position here, just to protect my spine, so I'm not going to make this very big. Lower down, release, squeeze on that way up. I'm going to make this just a little bit harder. Squeeze, lift, release, release, squeeze, lift, release, release. Squeeze, lift, release, release. We'll do 4 more. Squeeze, lift, release, release, squeeze, lift, release, release, squeeze, lift. Now hold it here, squeeze it, keep your feet parallel, squeeze for 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bend your legs, grab the circle. Right from here, take a hold of the circle and hold the opposite hip down and bring that leg out to the side just to stretch that inner thigh a little bit. We do a lot of inner thigh work. And then other side. Bring that leg in, other hand to the hip. You can always keep that knee back. So on the 5, take that leg out to the side. Deep breath. This leg is turned down a little bit. Bring it back in. Now, to finish off, we're going to do grasshopper. You can always put like a yoga blanket, I don't mind clothes, or even like, you know, like a little rug or a mat, something like that, underneath your hips. You can also use your hands, just kind of hold your hands out so you have a little extra layer. It might be harder for guys, a little bit harder than girls, so just play around with it. You can also use pillows if you needed to. The hardest thing is going to be getting it there. I think this will be the easiest way. You can also do it, you know, kind of laying down first. Either way, just, you know, you can always pause the video if you need to. I think this will be the easiest way to get into it. Is going to be to bring your circle to your feet, right? I'm not trying to be fancy with it. Bring your circle to your feet and come forward so that camera kind of can catch me. I like my hands here, and the reason I like it here is that when I put my hands kind of stacked one over the other, I have a little, you know, like a little place for my nose to go. I don't feel like I have some spot to breathe. You can also always put blocks down. I'm gonna really squeeze my tummy and squeeze my butt. I'm gonna lift my knees lower. I call these grasshoppers. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Now lift is squeeze the circle. Release them at the same time. Lift and squeeze. And I'm also trying to keep my neck long. Release. Lift. Squeeze. Release. Lift. Squeeze. Release. Lift. Squeeze. Release. Now you should really feel it in the back of your thighs. A few more. Lift. Squeeze. Release. Lift. Squeeze, release. 2 more times. Lift, squeeze, release. Down, lift it up. Hold the knees up as high as you can. Keep your abs tight. Now squeeze the circle. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna go back. Grab the circle. I'm gonna take my hips back into a child's pose. And I hope you enjoyed first workout of 2021. I am going to work on a 28-day challenge right here for you on YouTube. So this month I won't be posting as much until the challenge. So stay tuned for that. It's just a lot of editing. It's just me that does it all. So I am going to be focusing on filming that. I'm hoping to release it at the end of January, but it realistically might not happen until February, so that would give us the full. This is a 2018 month, so I haven't started filming it yet, so I have this video and then another video I'll release in a few weeks, and then it'll be the 28-day challenge, so I'm really excited to present to you. I haven't had a challenge in a while, and I'm really excited for 2021. Thank you so much for being here. If it's your first time here, make sure you subscribe.